Well, good evening, everyone. I want to welcome you to our X-Tribe Fusion Online Leadership Webcast tonight. I'm so excited to welcome you all back after an exciting 4th of July weekend. You're going to hear a lot of exciting things that have been going on here behind the scenes, as well as a lot of things have been going on as a result of the holiday weekend. So, guys, before we get started tonight, and we've got a really, really exciting program set up for you, I just want to do a quick reminder about what's coming up in September. And for those of you that are with us for the very first time, I want to welcome you to our webcast. This is a weekly webcast where we do updates and reminders and training and give people some really great tips and techniques for building their fusion business. But a quick reminder, we have a huge event coming up in September. And before you know it, the summer is going to breeze right by. Here we are already way into July. July is going to go, and we're going to be into September really quick. And just a quick reminder, September 16th through the 18th is Explode, which is our next big event in Dallas, Texas. And so, guys, if you've not yet set up and registered and started to do a really great campaign with your team, make sure you, first of all, go to the xtribeonline.com website. Right on the home page, you're going to see there's a link there that'll take you in with all the details that you need to get yourself registered. It'll give you information about the hotel, and it'll give you a generalized outline so you know what time to arrive and what time to depart. So I strongly suggest that you take a look at that tonight before you go to bed and get yourself registered, and then start a campaign with your team. Now, I have to say, over the weekend, I noticed that Issa O'Hara had done a really great thing. She's got a bus coming in from Des Moines, and she's going to be trotting that bus load of people down to Dallas. And it reminded me of an event that Randy and I had been at a couple years ago. And what blew us away is that out in the parking lot, we saw 16 buses when we pulled in. And we found out that there was a very young, dynamic leader who had organized 16 buses for a 10-hour ride with their team members. And they were outrageously excited. And the aftermath after that event was so huge for that particular team as a result of making a campaign, getting everybody together, not having to deal with anybody's excuses about getting to the event, but getting there, 16 buses of people, all driving down together, all coming back together, and all on fire. So guys, that's the first thing I want to remind you about. Make sure you go on to xtribeonline.com and make sure you get registered. Now, tonight, we have a very, very special guest with us. As all of you know, we've had the launch of our X-Tribe mobile app, and we're so excited. The feedback has been off the charts. People are so excited to have the right tool, to have the right kind of information that we're able to send out to candidates, to have the right kind of follow-up, to know when people are looking at the information that you're sending them. And the fact that this particular tool is just so cool and so easy to use, and you can have this right here and do all of your business right from your cell phone. So I'm going to suggest to all of you that you take out your cell phone, open up your app, because tonight we have John Presky, who is the technical genius with his team from MemberTech, who have put together an amazing app for us. And I asked John to come back on tonight's webcast so he could specifically talk about some of the things that people are asking questions about. First of all, we now have both English and Spanish tools loaded on the app. We have videos on the app, we have some training, we have some product information. So all of that is now available to be able to use with your candidates. And John's going to talk about how do you switch back and forth from the English to the Spanish, because that's been a primary question. Also, how to use the events sector of the app in order to schedule events, in order to promote events, and in order to, really make a nice connection with your candidates and reminders sent out to them. And the third thing he's going to talk about are the funnels, because not only do we have a mobile app, we have marketing funnels one on the product and the second is on the business. And he's going to talk about where to find those funnels if you have not yet found them personalized right for you. And secondly, how to use them and how to promote them and even how to use them in social media. So without any further ado, I'm going to turn the webcast over to a very dear friend, known him for years, love all the work that he's done for us, and really appreciate all that he's done. So with that, John Presky, over to you.
Hey, thank you, Ann, very much. I appreciate the great intro, and it's great working with X Tribe and everybody in the field. And we appreciate all the support from all the leaders and the great questions that have come in. So we'll keep moving from here, but I've got a lot to cover. You gave me a big list, so I'm going to get right into it. And the first thing I want everybody to understand is how do the languages work? Because there's been a lot of, I don't want to say confusion, but yeah, there's been a little bit of confusion that's been going on out there about how to switch back and forth and where's the. So first thing, if you run your phone in Spanish, meaning if you're running your phone in Spanish for all of your other activities, the app itself will show up in Spanish, and all of the content itself that's inside there will automatically default to the Spanish versions. So if you were to go in under the library button right here, something like that. If you were to go into the library section or even into the present mode here, everything that is in Spanish will then present itself. But if you're in Spanish and you want to send something in English, no problem. You keep your phone in Spanish. The app understands what you're trying to do, and we're going to demonstrate how to do that. In response to the Spanish side, let's talk about English. If you're running your phone in English, okay, then the default, everything in the default is going to be English for you to see, but then of course you can send to Spanish. Now here's an interesting thing. You can send everything to yourself. I highly recommend, whether you're running your phone in Spanish or running your phone in English, send everything to yourself so you can see what it looks like before you would send it off to your prospects, okay? Because I want you to know what's going on. Interact with the app yourself, okay? Go ahead and do that, and make sure that you can do that, and everything works like that. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Here, you guys should be seeing my app coming up right about now, my phone on the screen. And let me get on over to the X Tribe app. And there's y'all's beautiful app, one of the prettiest apps we've done. We really like what you have here. So what I'm talking about is, let's say you want to send something to somebody from the library. I'm going to tap on this library button, okay? And all you've got to do, if you want to just play it, you can play it yourself here. But if you want to share it, you're going to tap share. Now, because I'm running my phone in English, the default language for whoever loads here is going to be English. If I want to switch it to Spanish, you just tap on it, okay? That's all you got to do. You just tap on this button here. It's got a little arrow on the Android phone, a little different. But let's say I want to send it to somebody that's in Spanish, okay? Think about this. When you first send something to a prospect, including yourself, when you first do it, whatever language you use, that becomes their default language. It's not going to change unless you want to change it. Okay, so let me show you a current prospect of mine that's Spanish. Okay, I've got somebody in here called Guy Spanish. It was for testing purposes. Okay, this is a Spanish person that I've already sent to. I go information you requested. Okay, you hit send. It shows the information, even though I'm sending in Spanish. Okay, it's going to show me, because I'm an English person in the English app. It's going to show it to me in English. I hit send. I'm going to send by text and email. But look what happens. As soon as I go to change it, I'm going to go ahead and do a reminder in 7 days. What you're going to see is it's now going to show the Spanish version. In addition, the email that's already gone out of the system to Guy Spanish is in Spanish, okay? And you can see it is here. So if I hit send, of course, I am Guy Spanish. You're going to see it come in. Okay? It's going to show the Spanish version right there. And if I click on this link, it's going to bring up the Spanish version of that video, okay? So keep in mind that even though you've selected it that way, you've selected someone to share in Spanish. Let me show you another way. Let's do a new prospect. If I share right now, okay, and I go from my phone address book, okay, and I find somebody I want to do, such as this gentleman right here, Okay. 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 I switch him over to Spanish. Okay. That's how you do it. And then you hit next. Okay. And what's going to happen is it's going to give you this alert, sending version. What this means is that the app is reminding you, though, that even though this is showing you the information in English, it's going to send a different version. That's what that means. So when I hit send, okay, and I send text and email, when I hit send, it's going to bring up the Spanish versions, okay? I don't really want to market to that gentleman right now, okay? But I just want you to know, now here's what happens. Let's say by accident, you had sent somebody the first time in Spanish, and they said, you know, I want all of my stuff in English. I want it in English now. Okay, what you can do is you can tap on the prospect button, and as you know, all of your prospects are here. So if you remember my Spanish guy, he's Spanish right now, right? You guys know that. Let me search for him. There he is. I select on him. Okay, you see his language is defaulted to Spanish. Edit button. Hit the edit button. Switch right here. You switch him over to English. You hit save. Boom. Just like that. Anytime you resend a guy Spanish now, I do, it's going to go in English. You want to switch him back to Spanish? Hit edit. Hit Spanish. You hit save. Okay, just like that. So that's where all of this is. All of your prospects, once you start sending messages, all your prospects are where? They're under the prospect button. These are all of them. Likewise, if somebody's defaulted to you in English, you can switch them back over to Spanish. It's whatever you want to do. Just realize the app works the way you want it to work. But remember that if you want to change languages, you got to go back and do that, okay? So everything under these 6 functions, under the prospect button, the library, the present, all of these are in Spanish now, okay? As you know, we have videos up here, though, okay? All of these product videos right now are in the process of being switched over to Spanish. They are not over to Spanish yet. Just the core marketing functions right here are all in Spanish, okay? So I just wanted you guys to see that and understand that about the languages in general, okay? If you have questions, obviously, you can submit questions to us. If you have a problem with the app, you tap on this button up here, okay, you guys? Tap it. You go down here to the contact button, okay? And what's going to load is some information for you to use. And that email right there is when you send all of your problems to, okay? We want to see them. If you have a problem, click on this and send us an email ticket, and we'll respond to you as quickly as possible to help you out, okay? A lot of you can attest that we help you pretty quickly, and that's what we do, okay? So when it comes to the language, it's in English and Spanish, and it does depend on what defaults based on what you're running your app in. If you're running in Spanish, the default is Spanish, but you can still send in English and vice versa, okay? I think I beat that one up pretty good. I just wanted you to hear that from me, okay? Let's talk about events for a minute, okay? I'm going to give you a very quick overview on events. These are events that are global that people have sent in here, okay? I want you guys to know that you can add all of your events, even your drop-offs, your one-on-ones, your quick meetings where you're going over to, you know, send somebody that product they just agreed to buy, okay? Or you're going to do a sample drop-off. This app can do this. Let me show you how it's easy to do that. All you've got to do, so if you just prospected somebody named Steve, and Steve said, yeah, come on over tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I want you to drop it off over at the house, okay? Yeah, no problem. So all you're going to do for Steve, now, by the way, let's just call this person Guy Spanish. Let's say Guy Spanish wanted to do it. You hit Add Event up here, this button right here. You could add your own events, okay? And you go Deliver Sample. Just going to put it in there for you, just like that. Done. Tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's what? The 6th. And he said 5 o'clock, so we're going to do 5 o'clock. Done. Detail, nutrition, his house. Okay, just whatever notes you want, okay? Hit done. Okay, now what's good is there's multiple types of event. Let's tap on this. The quick event is designed for this drop-off where you don't have to put the person's address in there because you know where they live. Or if they say, hey, meet me at the Starbucks, you know where the Starbucks is. But what you want to do is send your prospect a reminder. Of course you do, right? So let me hit save for quick event. I don't have to put any of this information in. and I'm going to hit save for this event. Okay? And look what the app does. It says, do you want to send an invitation? Now, of course I do. Yes. Who do I want it to go to? I want it to go to my current prospect, Steve. Well, we'll call him Guy Spanish. So you go in here to Guy, search, there he is, and just like that, I can invite him to go to the event. Okay, and that's what's fantastic about this, okay? Because there's mine. Now, this quick event, and there it is. That's how fast it looks like. This event, you can click on it. Let me show you what it looks like. This is what your prospect is going to see. You've already talked to him. You've already see, they're going to be able to go ahead because he's Spanish. This is what they see. Yes, I want the assist and remind me, okay? So just like that, okay, the prospect, by doing that, is going to get reminders 1 day prior, okay? 1 day prior, they're going to get it. Look at that. And it tells you that they're attending your event for you. So that's your confirmation that they took your invitation and said yes to it. That's fantastic. So you've sent it. It's almost like an Outlook reminder, okay? So now let me show you what's really good here. So now that we're in here, this is an event, okay? Only I can see it. Only you and your prospect, gets information about these quick events, because we don't want to clutter up the events with this kind of delivery, but you need to use it, because here's the secret to the event. At this point, now that Guy Spanish has opted into reminders because he took the invitation and said yes, he will be reminded 1 day prior, 1 hour prior, and 15 minutes prior to that event that you're coming over or you're meeting up with him. See, that's what you want. You want these events, okay? There's a confirmation to you that you've got your own event in there, okay? So this is a powerful system for just doing drop-offs, okay? Doing that quick transaction to get in front of them between you. Yes, if you want to go ahead and do a home meeting, it's there. Remember, add event. You can add your own home meeting. You can add a major event. You can add a webcast of your own. You can do a training event at your house, okay? And what's beautiful about all these events, just so you know, is that everybody can see them and invite to each other, okay? This one right here, Evento, right, this home meeting in Spanish, okay? Look at this. It's an internet event, quick event. I can invite people to it, okay? I can hit invite, and I can invite anybody in my system that I prospected, or anybody from my event, from my address book. So you guys know that you can go ahead and cross-promote events. You can all put one event in, one person can put an event in, and everybody in the area can promote for that event by inviting all their prospects to it, okay? So I want you to know it's a very powerful system. You got to get in there and play with it. We're going to get some more information for it, okay? But I wanted you to get into this event situation. I wanted you to see that and know that that's there. So we've covered Spanish, and we've talked a little bit about events, but let's have some real fun about your online marketing funnels. As you are supposed to know, if you want to send people to your product funnel and or to your business opportunity funnel, they're under prospect, okay? You got to tap prospect, okay? And if I want to hit, what you do is you hit send message, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and select someone right here, current prospect. I'm going to select myself so you can see it, okay? And these, as you well know, are the 2 text sequences that are fantastic for getting somebody right here. If you remember, let me tap on that. Okay, that's where they're looking to get somebody to go ahead and buy for only $10. It's a no-brainer. If you're using it, I know it's working. I know it's working. And when you go to deliver that $10 product, that's what that quick event was all about, okay? But let's go back. Let's talk about here. Energy long distance funnel. What this means is if they're local, you should be using this funnel. You should be using this process to go see them in person. That's the business, okay? Or here. But if they're out of town or a long way away, you can send them to your funnel for product or for business, okay? So let me click on the product funnel. Let me send it to myself and send message, okay? And just like that, I'm going to get it. So let me go ahead and click on it. You guys are going to see what this funnel looks like. I'm sending myself to my own funnel for demonstration, just so you know. Well, it's actually somebody we picked for me to demonstrate. Look how fast it tells you. It tells you that somebody's visiting your funnel. Here's what the funnel looks like. Isn't this exciting? They can watch the video. It's got their information put in, and they can agree to, they want their healthy energy, and they can let you know they want it, and you can take it from there, or they can go visit your replicated website, okay? Fantastic funnel. But let's talk about learning how to use your funnel, not only from the app, but let's log in and check it out, okay? So I am going to go right here to Xtribe Central. If you will go here and hit the login button, okay, what it's going to do is it's going to ask you for the same login and password you used to log into the app, okay? And once you log in, I'm going over here, I'm doing this fast, you guys. This is what it looks like when you log in. It makes sure that you got your website extension in there right. Make sure you got your phone number information, because if you remember, on my phone, it had all that information, okay? So this is replicated funnels. But here's the cool part. Not only you have a funnel set up, but you can share your funnel, okay? Look what it gives you. It says, hey, here's all your different URLs, okay? But here, let's talk about sharing your funnel. Well, sorry about that. Let's hit share your funnel. Oh, let me log back in, you guys. I don't know what's going on. We'll try to log in again. I was just there a second ago. Hold on.
John, have we lost you? Oh, we may have lost John for a moment. So we'll get back with John. But what John has been explaining, guys, there's some incredible aspects to the entire app and the app system. And what you even saw him do just now and take you to the homepage of the xtribecentral.com. That's where you can go and actually set yourself up. And if you've not gotten your mobile app system yet, certainly go there tonight and get that. It's $37 for the year. It gives you a mobile app, and it's giving you these two marketing funnels, one for the product and one for the business. And those have in there the tools that we also have for presentation purposes on the mobile app. And what John was showing us was how to promote that, how to actually get that out there. And if we get John back, he'll even show us some of the things that we can do with the app in terms of social media, Facebook, Twitter, etc. He's actually built in systems and also some really nice graphics for us to use in order to promote the system on social media. But what I will tell you is that the way you learn the system and the way you learn how to use this is just by getting on there and playing with it. And actually what I did exactly what John said, and that is I started sending the messages to myself, or I sent the messages to Ross, or I sent the messages to David, and we went back and forth so that I could see what was being sent and how it looked, and then I would tap on it to see what was coming up, so then I would feel good about that. You can also edit, if you want to make it more personalized, any of the populated text messages that are in there. So if I'm sending it to a really good friend, I might make it more personalized than what's written there. And certainly if I'm sending it to somebody in Spanish, it's so great because it's already written for me in Spanish. And all I need to do is utilize the tools and let the tools do the talking. We say that so often. If you are the messenger versus the message, the people will see the actual story even better. And there can't be any better way to send out the messages than what we have here with being in a mobile society, having a mobile app and a funnel system like this. So guys, I hope this was helpful tonight. If we get John back on, be delighted to have him talk for a little bit further. But again, we have another really dynamic speaker tonight who I'm so proud of because he and his team are just rocking it. I don't know if you noticed recently, but he had several new bronze breaking in his team in Staten Island and out in Long Island. The teams are rocking from the northern part of the East Coast to the southern part of the East Coast and moving west out to Chicago. And he and his wife are doing an awesome job as gold, on their way to platinum. I am just so proud. But Ross, right before we put you on, we got John back, and I know John wants to close out that last little segment, John, on the social media. So if you want to just take it for a minute and close that out, then I'll switch it over to Ross.
Yeah, where did I end up being a problem?
I think we lost you when you were showing everyone. Can you go back into your app and show them the social media?
You know how to log in, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, guys, so you go to Xtribe Central, you hit the login button, and hopefully it's going to let me in. Here we go. So when you go in, this is what it looks like. Verify this information here, and then you want to go to Share Your Funnel right here. And when you click on Share Your Funnel, what it's going to do is it's going to give you all the different ways you can share your funnel.
You have to do screen share again, John, because we're not seeing that. We're seeing
hold on. Hold on. Did that do it?
Nope.
Let's see.
Box with the white arrow.
Yep, let me go back. Okay, I'm on you. I'm on me. I hit the green arrow. Here we go. And just hit enter. Share. There we go. David, you'll take care of that. Okay, how does this look? Ann, can you see it?
Yep. Perfect.
Hey guys, when you log in, and I'll do this quickly, to your Xtribe login with the same ID and password, you're going to see this. It's going to start on funnel setup right here. You do want to make sure all this information is correct. But you want to get over here to share your funnel, okay? And this shows you the 3 ways you can share your funnel. I've already demonstrated how to do it from your app, but that's number 1. The second one is if you want to use your own email, like you have a list, let's say, of 500 people, and you want to go crazy, you can just copy this link. This is your unique link. Whatever is there for you, this is yours. You can copy and paste it to any email, but what's even more fun is you can follow this process right here for social media. Okay, you pick your funnel you want to pick, you go ahead and you copy, you save one of the images below to your computer, you upload the image to Facebook, you copy your link and paste it to the image description. Practice it. Do it once. It'll work like a champ. Click on it yourself. You'll love it. This way you can drive people to your replicated funnel from anywhere, from any social media, okay? It's very exciting. And here's what's fun. When you click on the prospects button, now you got to remember I demo all the time, so I'm not a real rep, but you can see this is the type of activity you'll see. You can see how many people have hit your business funnel in English. You can switch over to your customer funnel. How many people have hit your customer funnel, okay? Right? So you can check that out. You can go ahead and check out if you have Spanish versions, you can do that as well. So this is what you can do to check out and see what's going on with people, okay? So keep that in mind that this is all available for you, and you got to get in there and use it. I'll do a training on it, but it's very exciting that you can actually go in and share all your funnels, your online marketing funnels, both the business and the product funnels, okay, to anywhere on social media, okay? So I just wanted to do that, Ann. Did that cover it for right now?
John, this is terrific. Thank you so much for your help tonight. You have absolutely given us great insight on the languages, answered the questions about how to use the events page, and the social media aspects with the funnel. David is right now watching everything, my husband David, on the actual webcast that we're doing, and the feedback has been through the roof exciting. So I want to thank you once again for your insight tonight. I know that you're in the process of putting together tutorials for each one of these, but it was real important to you to get all this up and running first. So again, thank you so much, and we're going to close out tonight with, as I started to introduce him, the rock star of Staten Island, who's doing an awesome job. And I asked Ross to talk about some of the things that he and his team are doing to close out the week strong. So with that, over to you, Ross Decker. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Ann, and what a pleasure it is to be on this webcast. We have 27 and a half hours left in this week. When we're done with this webcast, we've still got more than a full day, and there is so much that you can do and that you can do with your team in the next 27 hours. It's becoming almost a broken record in our house because Kat and I are having so much fun in this business again. And I go in the back office, I'm like, hun, we had the best week, this was our best week that we've had in a decade of network marketing. But then every week, hun, this is the best week that we've ever had in network marketing. So it's so exciting and so much fun. And one of the keys that we've been using religiously is the enrollment tool. I can't stress it enough. I'll come on the webcast every week and tell you enrollment tool, enrollment tool, enrollment tool. We had a little barbecue yesterday to celebrate. I look around the table and there's 3 senior executives, a bronze and a gold, all at the table. We moved our leadership council, our leadership academy, but it turned out we had one in the backyard. We were passing the app around and talking about enrollment, using the enrollment tool, and getting down in there and see who needs to place their order, who needs to get EF active, who's close to rank. And believe me, if you are 96% to senior executive or 98% to bronze, I don't care day or night, you are getting a phone call from Kat, you're getting a Facebook message from me, she's sending out smoke signals, whatever it takes to get a hold of you to get that whatever the last order, to stretch to get that new rank. And if you see our team on social media on Wednesday, they work. Our culture is everybody's up until 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern, and we're making sure that we're getting those last orders in. Ann was, asking me, who are you talking to at 1 o'clock in the morning? No, we are making sure that we get those last orders in. So we will do. Your job as a sponsor, it's okay. You can call your people and say, hey, you're not qualified. You're not active for this week. You haven't placed an order. It's part of being a team and working in the team structure. So it's totally appropriate for you to call and make sure that they're active, they're qualified, but then also help them get to the next level and get to that next rank, and then celebrate with them and the whole team. So 27 and a half hours when this is over. And I'll tell you what, I'm gonna hang up now. We're gonna get out there. We're gonna get to work. Come work with us. Let's all stretch for this. 27 and a half hours, and we will be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Good night, everybody.
Good night.